Hey folks, this is Shanochi and welcome back to another Heretic build guys. Today I'm going to cover the Elemental Strike Pest Aura build. Now this build utilizes 5 specific skills which include Elemental Strikes, Force Shields, Blessing Palms, Provoke, and Pest Aura. I also want to shout out to Diablo Magus, DK Knight, and v.1.10.36 for making this build possible. They actually mentioned this build a while ago, but I didn't have time to go through it, so this is a perfect opportunity to introduce the single target course explosion build style. Starting out with the gears for this build, I'm using 6-target basic long range weapon with strength, spirit, and cooldown reduction rune. This is definitely the best range weapon with low status requirement at the moment, and you can find this weapon in Altria mode through the blacksmith NPC. Another option you can do is crafting 2 low level items plus wobble, which you can purchase from the blacksmith NPC in Inferno mode. Breaking into the status build, this item below will offer enough strength status to equip certain gears, which allow me to stay additional status and invest the rest of my status into vitality. Additionally, the primary reason why I'm using Spirit Rune on my bow because I want to expand the light capacity for my force shields. This is extremely useful against physical damage monster. For my relic, I'm using Reaction Task for additional attack damage, exorcist skill, and 60% life. This is a great relic item compared to other unique and set relic like Hells, Malleus, and Wymere Shells. Attack damage attribute is extremely valuable, the fact that this build uses Pest Aura compared to Rampart Aura. For the helmets, I'm using Duran Band. This is the most common helmet that everybody uses for hybrid build. Olden Reward is another great option as well, as long as you have enough high rune to craft one. As for the amulet, I'm using +2 exorcist skill with cooldown reduction and chance to reset skill cooldown. There is another option which you can use, and that is the infamous NID amulet. This unique amulet will give flat fire damage, 40% fire resistance, and 5% chance to reset all skill cooldown. The club and boot are pretty straightforward at this point because these are the best in slot item for any build out there. The club itself provides decent amount of status such as life regeneration, attack damage, spirit, vitality, and dexterity. With all these status, you definitely want to use the bra for this build. As for the boost, it cannot get any better than this because skill mode give +2 to all skill, 45% recovery, 35% fire resistance, 12% walk speed, and 35% evade attack. Another option is an extremely rare craft the boot with dribble status, attack damage, and possible 10% walk speed or more. For the shields, I'm using 6-socket low level shield with high durability plus 4 perfect diamonds and 2 wonder runes. This will give 20% R resistance for each rune in perfect diamond. The wonder rune is optional, but I do recommend getting your hand on 6 perfect diamond instead. Additionally, I also include the torch shield recipe in the video description below, so if you're interested, feel free to take a look. As for the ring and potions, I'm using 2 dominant rings for additional skills and 35% fire and ice resistance. For the potions, I'm using TC potion for additional 80% life, 16% all resistance, high potion capacity, and 5% chance to reset all skill. Finally, for the weapon, I'm using Natling 2-hand sword for high raw damage output. This sword also offers 14% attack speed plus 2 R skills, 120% attack rating, and 2 additional skills for elemental strength. By any chance if you don't have this sword, you can also use Butcher and unique 1-hand sword for higher critical damage output compared to a Nalgene 2-hand sword. With all these items, it will provide +8 skill to Crusader, +12 to exorcist skill, and +6 to support skill. Additionally, I forgot to mention that I'm using the Vanguard armor. This piece of armor provides 100% critical damage, 12% attack speed, and +1 to all skill, which is extremely useful for this build. Alright, going into the skill builds, you want to unlock tier 38 for Crusader, tier 3 for exorcist, and tier 24 for support. Your goal is to invest enough skill points to max out certain skills like Elemental Strikes, Force Shields, Blessing Palm, Pest Aura, and 1.1 to Provoke. You also want to pick up Iron Skin, 2-hand Mastery, Storm Mastery, and Sanctuary out. Depending on the weapon choice, you can also use Mace or Axe Mastery if you prefer those weapons instead of 2-hand sword. Keep in mind that you cannot use 2-hand Mastery on 1-hand weapon.